we have to talk about the Elite. We have to talk about the Bullet Club. These guys had immediately at the beginning of the show, they set the tone. The tag champs remained the tag champs. They beat, my favorite wrestler in the world and Phoenix. They beat them. And the ways of Kenny and Don Callis seem to navigate through the waters pretty well. So that backstage promo where they were out in the parking lot, again, I really thought that Kenny's promo on BTE was so excellent. And then a lot of those vibes that he talked about in that BTE promo about like being true to who we are. We're not changing. We're just stripping down all the extra stuff that we tried to build into. Oh, we got to worry about like the fans. We got to worry about, are we being fair to the locker room? And oh God, we don't, we got to give other people an opportunity and a chance to shine and all these different things. They stripped all that away, got back to focusing in on being the Elite, being the best in the world, and not apologizing for it. I thought that was Kenny's main message in that promo. I know that you're a big fan of what Don Callis can do. We're going to talk a little bit about this one, and then we're going to segue into another promo after that. But this Don Callis, you are such a fan of how he's been able to manipulate things and kind of have that Carney vibe. What do you think about this overall promo, man?
It was great. It was another just spot on, man. I think that these guys they have the right people talking. First of all, like Don opening up the promo is brilliant because he's, in my opinion, he's the best talker in this stable. He's so good at just setting up those tee shots for everybody. He can just do it. And I think that Kenny really did a good job as well when he kind of transitioned and was able to say, we don't care about what you guys, like the fans, we don't care about what you guys want. We read what you guys say on the internet. We watch your little podcasts. We watch your little Dynamite downloads.
Yeah, baby.
We know what you guys are saying, and we don't care. We're here to win. We're here to be the best, and it doesn't matter what comes from it. And I think that that kind of mirrored what they did in the ring earlier in the match or earlier in the night.
When your feelings are hurt.
Yeah, oh no, you're crying.
Yeah,
it was
sorry.
great. Like there's so much of that in the match to start the show that it was really cool that they kind of continued that and almost explained themselves in this promo. And Matt also talked as well, and he's doing the same thing. They're all echoing the same sentiments here. They're saying, we don't care about the fans anymore. We don't care about the locker room anymore. We don't care about any of you people. We care about our little group of people being the Elite. And they're doing such a good job of conveying that every week in every promo. Like Don Callis earlier was even on commentary, and I love when he joins commentary because he adds so much. He's so entertaining on commentary. His little comments. He doesn't say a lot, but when he called Excalibur a mark for the Young Bucks today, and he's like, "Oh, you were a mark for the Young Bucks for all these years, and now you don't like them anymore. Like, what's going on, Excalibur?" Like, there's a lot of stuff like that where he does these little digs at stuff, and he's doing digs at the fans now. And once you start doing that, you're really going to make the people mad. And it's going to be really fun because there's going to be a lot of back and forth online. These guys are all big on Twitter. Kenny goes well on Twitter. The Young Bucks, after they did
changed
John
their bio.
Moxley, yeah, dude. Like after they did John Moxley dirty last week, they were like, "Oh, sorry guys, don't ask us about this emotional moment." Like that was such a funny their tweet was so calculated and hilarious. And I was the second that match was over, I looked at that, and I know it was a delete for me last week, but I loved the aftermath almost more than what they did itself. I think the aftermath was great. And I think tonight they knocked it out of the park, where last week I was kind of confused and I didn't understand what was happening at points. This week I completely understand what they're doing, and I really like what they're doing and the direction they're going. And I think that they're really just the big time. They're almost like the Main Event Mafia back in the day with TNA, where they're all these guys that are just cocky heels that are going to win the titles, and they're trying to just be all the champions. And if the Good Brothers are still the tag champs as well, like these guys all have gold.
That would have been even better.
Gold.
Yep.
And I think that they're doing something really smart and interesting. And how do you feel about it, Mike?
Yeah, I'll touch on it really quickly. I think like I've been kind of defending the Bucks and their sort of wishy-washy ways, and I think
Yeah.
that some of it is I look at it like from the lens of those guys, like they're going through a huge transition in their lives, right? I mean, like starting this company and building it from scratch, and then and like obviously being such advocates for tag team wrestling. I mean, the other big company in North America couldn't give two craps about tag team wrestling. Like their tag division has been an embarrassment for a long time. And it's because they just don't care about tag team wrestling. It's very obvious they don't believe that tag team wrestling is a draw. So the Bucks have made it a personal mission to make tag team wrestling and to prove that tag team wrestling is a draw. And they brought in teams like FTR and Santana Ortiz, and they've tried to give these other teams showcases. And I think, as such, even we've talked about it, like it's felt like the tag titles have been an afterthought at times while the Bucks have been champs, and so I think that they made it very clear. Matt made it very clear in his promo tonight that the tag titles are no longer an afterthought in AEW.
No.
If you're Butcher and the Blade, if you're Private Party, whoever you are out there, if you think that you're good enough to hang with us, if you think that you can take the gold from us, then come get some. Come at us. You know where to find us. Come knock on our door, and we'll be glad to kick you in the face.
Yep.
I felt like that was a very beautiful way and very emphatic way for them to kind of showcase, all right, we're no longer torn on the VPs or tag team champions or what role we should play in the whole grand scheme of AEW. We know, push comes to shove, we're the best tag team in the world, and we still are out there to prove it. I thought that this whole promo kind of reestablished that swagger that these guys needed to have together. I think that Kenny has been kind of defiantly kind of working in that regard, being more than happy to talk trash to Impact when they go over there. The Bucks coming on board changes everything. I think that we were kind of wishy-washy about the way where things were going just because we struggle a little bit with the Good Brothers. Let's be honest, the Good Brothers do not have that natural charisma that the Bucks have. I don't think that that's a slam on the Good Brothers. I think that that's even they would acknowledge that when it comes to the kind of the sizzle, the Bucks bring the sizzle, right? So
they're
I
the
think
steak.
Right. The Good Brothers are the steak, the Young Bucks are the sizzle. And so I think that it was good. It was a good overall story in which they pushed out there, we're not apologizing for who we are anymore. And that was